Hi, I'm Holly. I'm 30 weeks pregnant with twins. I'm really late at starting to do these vlogs. I wanted to do it since day one really, but I've been really superstitious and I just thought now is probably quite a good time to do it because it's my last hurdle till the finish line. Just a quick recap on everything that's happened with me. I've got a 2.5-year-old son, and we thought it was quite a good time to start trying for a brother or sister, and ended up with twins. So we're gonna end up being a big family. There won't be any more. Yeah, so I found out that I was pregnant really early on, and I started bleeding and had pains and stuff, so we ended up having an emergency scan, and it showed obviously 2 heartbeats. So the whole way through until that was 6 weeks, until my 12-week scan, I was just panicking, and I Google freaked and ended up thinking that it was a disappearing twin thing that is apparently really high. But everything's, since we found out properly at 12 weeks, it's been going really well, pregnancy wise. Sickness wise has been horrible. Beginning of my pregnancy, I was violently sick constantly. I ended up, I couldn't really eat anything. It was just picky bits here and there. After about, that kind of went on until over 20 weeks, and then it got to the point where I couldn't brush my teeth and it would make me be sick, but eating was alright. And then a bit further on, if I was eating something like carby, I'd just be violently sick, because I suppose there's not that much room in your stomach, and I was just over full, I suppose. So yeah, pregnancy wise, I mean, my blood pressure's been fine, everything's been spot on with the babies. I mean, they're both growing identical really. They're not identical, I've got a fraternal girl and boy, so we're really excited. We've got one of each. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I've wrote everything down and forgot it. Symptoms wise now, I really struggle with sleeping at night. I have to have a long pillow in between, from the top of my legs all the way down to my ankles. I have to have a big sofa cushion behind my head to shoulders, and a pillow and a V-cushion. So I've got 3 pillows behind me. I can only sleep on my side, so I have to also have a very small thinnish pillow underneath my bump, because I get in a lot of pain down there. I do that, I'll be in pain even when I do that, but if I don't do that, then I'm in even more pain. I can't even get up to go to the toilet overnight. So that's not fun. So there's 5 pillows really that I have to sleep with to be comfortable. My hands and feet and legs and face, actually everything, is just puffed up, just completely, just so puffy everywhere, and like all. I've had to take my wedding ring off, which feels really weird without anything on, but I suppose it won't take long to get used to, as I've only been married a year. But yeah, so I can't wait to get my rings back on, and I can't wait to be able to sleep on my stomach, which is how I would normally sleep. Also, I get a lot of pelvis pain. It's not quite is it SPD? I'll have to Google that. It's not quite the pelvis pain that you can get, where your pelvis is out of line, but it's, I suppose, because they're both quite heavy down there. I'm not sure. I didn't get it with my first. Apparently it does happen with second, third pregnancies, but obviously it's probably doubled, as there's 2 of them in there. So I've had to go and buy, it's called a belly bra, and it's basically like I haven't got it on today, but it's like a strap top, and it's Lycra, and it's really good. It kind of lifts your bump, so there's not so much heaviness on your pelvis. It's actually really good, and if I don't wear it some days, then I can, the next day I'll feel it, but it's quite warm at the moment, and because it's Lycra, it's quite hot to wear it all day. But back to the twins. My left twin, which is baby Pink, we'll call her, she's kind of, it's hard to, I'll try and move the camera. She kind of lays all the way and finishes down here, so her head's down here, legs are up here. He is, head's here and legs are down there, so his bum's around here somewhere. He flips all the time. I mean, she's kind of moved because she was head down, like straight down, the whole way through, and then my last scan, she was she'd kind of moved to that sort of position. So yeah, it was. So I don't really know. I can't really tell. I mean, I can feel both of them moving, but I still struggle finding what one is moving at the same time, especially if it's in the middle. If it's on a certain side, it's easier because I know only baby Blue is on that side, so it can only be him. But he does keep flipping. So my next scan, which is at 33 weeks, sorry. No, 32 weeks. They'll basically, then that will show them where they'll be laying, and give them more of an idea of what sort of birth that they want to do. It might be different places, but my midwife, I'm South East London, well, that area anyway, Kent. Down here, they try and push a vaginal birth, especially if you've had one before, which I did with my son. I had a natural vaginal delivery. I'm completely scared. I'm so scared of another vaginal delivery with the twins. With my son, 2.5 years ago, everything was fine really. He was born by Von Teuse, which is like a sucker that they put on the head, and suck him out in a way. But I lost a lot of blood. I lost 3 litres of blood, and I got eclampsia as well. So everything swelled up, and I couldn't sit up, and I couldn't hold my son for the first day, which that broke my heart, because after everything, after 9 months, which, well, more, I was 42 weeks when I gave birth, but after all that time and then all that effort going through labour, I had 4 days where I was contracting and going through all the trauma of birth, and I couldn't even hold my son for the first day. That was the worst feeling. So I'm really praying on a caesarean, which everyone keeps saying to me, but you can always lose blood on that, and everything could go wrong on that as well. But I think because of how bad the first birth went, I'm now doubling it to 2 births, and I'd be a lot more comfortable. So anyway, at my next appointment, that's what we'll be discussing, and I'm going to try and put my point across that's definitely, because another thing that scares me is giving birth to the first one, which, if she's head down, and then him doing what he normally does and flipping, and them having to get their hand inside my uterus and doing pulling and stuff, or another thing, having to have a caesarean for the second anyway. So, excuse me. So, really, we'll see how it goes anyway. We'll see how the scans go and everything. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm 30 plus 3. Yeah, so nearly halfway to 31. Oh, another thing, just quickly, I haven't actually bought anything for the twins yet. As I was having one boy, and I've already got a boy, I thought I'd have loads of stuff from my son, but since we moved to a different flat, I ended up throwing everything, and I can't find his baby clothes, which has really upset me, but it's just one of them things. So I've started buying clothes, and I've got 1 pack of nappies, so I really need to start upping my game, I think, on everything. I've chosen everything that I'd like, I've chosen the Buggy one, and I've chosen the Kotso one, but I just haven't actually bought anything yet. So hopefully I'll get them ASAP. But we shall see. I'll show you my bump. Takes a while to get off a sofa. So that's a 30-week bump. It's huge. I think I might be the same size as I was at 41 weeks with my son. Anyway, thank you for listening. Bye.